This is the WD22 Nissan Xterra that was introduced in North America in 1999 as Nissan's entry-level SUV. Nissan named the Xterra after the Xterra off-road triathlon that Nissan sponsored from 1998 to 2006. With that said, this is one of the best budget off-road overlanding cliff crawler SUV that you can get for the cheap. No, it's not the most comfortable, economical, or luxurious SUV because this was designed to take on what most vehicles could not. You may ask, the Xterra is a foreign car. However, it was produced in Smyrna, Tennessee since 1999 and changed to Canton, Mississippi in 2012. Nissan then ended production in 2015 for many reasons. For the year, the car was lagging behind its competitors and it was way too old to meet the safety and emissions regulations. Nissan didn't want to spend the money on a new model when they just could not keep up with sales during the end of the Nissan Xterra's lifetime. So this one is going for $2,200 with 176,000 miles. And these things are known to last up to 300,000 miles. So $2,300 for an extra 100,000 miles is a pretty good price for a beater off-road rig. Today, I'm going over exactly why I think the Nissan Xterra is a killer of a deal if you are wanting to hike over trails, overland, and tackle environments where there are no roads without spending a lot of money. The first gen Xterra was made between 2000 and 2004. Obviously, you want the four-wheel drive model. You can either find this with a 2.4 liter inline 4 in the XE model that's paired to a 5-speed transmission, which isn't a bad way to go. You'll just be lacking in power since it only has 143 horsepower. The 3.3 liter V6 VG33E engine found in the SE model ranged from 170 horsepower in 2000 to 2001 and 180 horsepower in the redesigned model. And that can be paired with an automatic transmission or a manual. I would choose a manual over the auto since they are less likely to break. There were diesel options, but they were only available in Brazil. Nissan did come out with a supercharged 3.3 liter V6. No, it was not doubling its horsepower, but it did give the 3.3 liter a 30 horsepower increase to 210 horsepower from 180 horsepower. So the picking is all up to you. Let's go over the redesign real quick because quite a few things did change. The headlights changed from the circular headlights, which I like a lot better, to the square kind of boring headlights. Revised instrument panel, center console, large glove box, pull-out cup holder in the back, 4 interior power outlet points, foot operated parking brake because it was on the dash, and like I just mentioned, a 10 horsepower increase. The Xterra is a body-on-frame design, which means the car is more resilient to off-road torture. Since it's mounted on the frame, the car sits quite a bit higher as well, which means it has better departure angles. This design also allows the vehicle to withstand more twisting forces. And if you happen to damage the frame or the body, you can replace one or the other. You don't have to replace both like a traditional unibody frame or the whole thing. The Xterra just looks rugged and capable. With unpainted bumpers, rugged looking headlights, running boards, skid plates, and a very sturdy roof rack with an aerodynamic shield, it's almost like this car is built to be thrown around and be put back together. The interior is very basic, but it's practical. Seating 5 passengers with a good amount of storage, both seats can fold down or simply be removed. The roof rack can easily carry a pop-up tent, and the interior can easily be modified to meet any off-road or overlanding needs. The Xterra is sweet. There is a pretty large following for these, and with a large following means there is a large aftermarket supply for them. You can lift them, get an off-road bumper, throw on some large tires, add a snorkel, new exhaust, suspension upgrades, and really so much more. Your imagination is really your limit. With all these great things, there are bound to be issues with these Xterras. So what are some common issues you should look out for? The VG33E engines are known for reliability, but with age, things just wear out. Timing belts are due about every 100,000 miles. If there is weird slacking or kind of clapping sound coming from the front, then this is most likely a timing belt and needs to be replaced. The manuals last longer than the autos, and the autos rarely in the first gen can have strawberry milkshake of death. Basically, the transporter goes bad and causes this. This is more prevalent in the second gen models. Exhaust manifolds like to crack. That is just something with age, and the metal going through heat cycles over and over and over again can cause this. You will just have a minor exhaust leak. And coolant leaking from the lower intake manifold. The thermostat housing seal may have gone bad, or the manifold gasket is leaking. You will have to remove the entire intake manifold to fix it either way. You could go ahead and do a coolant bypass to prevent leaks in the future, which many owners have done. There are rumors of a new Xterra coming out in 2021 since the Frontier is getting a much needed design. I mean much needed. It's been running on basically the same design since 2004. After all, the off-road niche would love the Xterra, but that's all just rumors. So what's my ending verdict on this? I think the Xterra is a huge contender in the budget off-road scene. The Jeep Cherokees are obviously my first choice, but it can be a bit difficult to find them in a decent condition for very cheap. The other option is a 4Runner, and those are pretty pricey, even with 250,000 miles. If you are on a budget and you want a pretty sweet off-road rig, the Xterra can deliver. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to press that like button, subscribe, and press the notification bell to keep up to date with my future content. Guys, this is Chris AutoMotivate. Always appreciate one another. I'll see you next time.